it.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, so let's start then. So, where we were is in terms of putthujjhana. We will continue on the putthujjhana for some more time, and then we'll take about Sekha later, and then the Arhat, and then the Tathagata. Then we'll go through each one of these, how it represents, or how the 24 of them represents. So continuing back on the putthujjhana, if I see this video, this camera, if I even have a little bit of feeling, this is I am, is a putthujjhana. Straight, honest. Okay, so if I see this camera and a video, and I am getting, this is mine, this is my face, this is my lips, this is my nose, like that, then I'm no less than a putthujjhana. Even with all of this Dhamma knowledge I have, it doesn't make any difference, because I'm yet to let go of this is me. Okay. So what does a putthujjhana do? A putthujjhana is one who will worry for everything. If it works, he is in worries of not getting it. If it doesn't work, anyway he is in worry. And in his life from morning till evening, he'll be complaining about something or the other. If it is a wife, she will complain on the husband. If the husband is there, he will complain on the wife. And they both will complain on the child or the children they have, and then the traffic, and then the place they are staying, the food they are eating. It's endless. So the anxiety and worry and despair, all of them go together. And hence he's childlike. And if you see a child, it keeps on complaining. It keeps on saying, I want this. Okay, you gave that. Then says, not this. I think I require that other one. You did not give that. Yes, sir, you.
Yeah, as you're describing this, I'm thinking like even for a deva who have a lot of wisdom composed, know a lot of knowledge, can still be a putthujjhana and does not have these qualities which you mentioned, right?
Putthujjhana is putthujjhana. It can be even a Brahma being a putthujjhana. We are not talking about Buddha at all. So don't mix up issues.
Yeah, I'm not trying to mix it up, but since you mentioned these qualities which are,
all are putthujjhana.
Yes.
All are putthujjhana. Please understand, from the hell realm to the Brahma realm, what we are speaking is putthujjhana.
But would these higher beings also be worried and feared and like that?
I don't think so. You've understood the Dhamma itself. So there are two Dhammas. One on a conventional front, one on the Buddha front. The Buddha front is when you see things as they are, or you try to see things as they are. The one which is not on Buddha Dhamma are beings who have done a lot of meditative attainments and have reached there, but at the end of it they come back to any place which it suits, and hence it's called putthujjhana. It's like a child. I don't think so why you should get this kind of doubt, because any person in any realm has the same attitude. Okay, so a person might be have reached neva sanya na sanya ayatana, which is neither perception nor non-perception, which means he's not going to come back sooner, but whenever he comes back, he comes back. So why this doubt arises in you, I'm not able to understand you. Because this kind of dangerous doubts you shouldn't get at this stage. What we are talking is on putthujjhana, and there's a next section called Sekha. And there's a next section called Arhat. There's a next section called Tathagata. So we are talking about putthujjhana. Putthujjhana can be anyone. It need not be human. Who said putthujjhanas are all humans? Is there a rule? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I never said that they have to be human, but let's say take someone, because someone are going down, someone are going up. For the people who are going up, they generally can be happy, kind, and not too much worried like that. And
my dear friend, whether you are a Brahma, you will be worried. That means you have never understood MN1, DN1. What did he say? A Brahma mansion arrives, and then he starts thinking, I am feeling bored. Why I don't have another being coming here? Isn't it or not? So we had to go back to DN1 then. In that, see, if there were no worry for that person, why he should get worked up? That he's alone, it's fine. Why he wants another person there, another being there? So isn't that a worry then? Isn't that an anxiety? Isn't that a despair? See, why do we get married? Because we can't stay alone. Why can't we stay alone? Because we fear. Why do we fear? Because we don't know what else to do. So instead of expanding this, I can tell you in one sentence, Nibbana is emptying everything. World means feeling everything. It can be a Brahma, it can be a Deva, it can be a Manusa, it can be Peta, it can be Niraya, it can be anything. It doesn't matter. The mind fills it up. And hence, putthujjhana, childlike. You think child doesn't want to be in the Brahma realm? Doesn't it want to have the best of the enjoyment? It would like to. Do you think only humans can be putthujjhana? No. Everyone wants to have that satisfying experience. Everyone would like to get into jhana. Everybody would like to get into a peaceful state. Isn't it or not? Simple. But who is doing it? I am doing it. That I is there in the putthujjhana. Because the child always will have I. I am the owner. So this kind of doubts are dangerous at this stage, is what I'm saying. Not that you shouldn't have doubt at all. You should get the doubt. At this stage, having this doubt is like going backwards. Why it is dangerous? Because it makes you feel that only human level is what it is. No. Putthujjhana means one who doesn't know. So I'm not talking about only you, Ariyu. If anybody here is having the same kind of doubt, it's dangerous because we already covered this in DN1. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, it can also mean that as long as we are having Sakaya Ditti, we are Putthujjhana.
Sir, I think I have to go back. I think with these questions, it seems like we have not understood DN1 at all. So we have to go back to Brahmajala Sutta because this is tougher than Brahmajala. Yes, Aryu.
yeah, maybe I wasn't clear. I never thought only human can be putthujjhana. I thought all can be. I never had that doubt. That wasn't a doubt. I just thought some being can be contented even without being in the area.
Otherwise, Aryu, the Buddha need not have to talk about 24 things. He could have just said it in one. Why did he even bring Nibbana there? You tell me that. You're all doing for Nibbana. And like what Bobby asked yesterday, none of them approved what Buddha said. They were upset. Okay. And Mrityunjay, to answer to your question, we are talking about putthujjhana. We are not talking about sekha. Sekha is a person who is learning. Putthujjhana is a person who doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what is Sakkaya Ditthi. Why don't you go outside your home and ask 10 people, do they know what is Sakkaya Ditthi? So first let's be very practical in our approach on this MN1. Let's not talk a very theoretical essence. Okay. Two things. Number one, any being can be in any realms. Even while having a human body, the person can be in any realm. He can be in a Deva realm, he can be in a Brahma realm, he can be in a Peta realm, it can be in Tirachayoni realm, it can be in Niraya realm, or any realms. Absolutely fine. Why? Because it depends on the nature or the situation that is coming in his mind, how he reacts to it. So there is going to be a reaction in a putthujjhana, no matter which realm, what is the situation he is going to be in. And he doesn't know why this thing is happening this way. It's like a child. I told you yesterday, it's like a child. A child doesn't know why this toy has been picked out from it, which it was playing. Isn't it the same with all of us? When that Brahma is coming down into any kind of realms, can he stop that from happening? No. Can anybody stop any being from being possessed in any realms? No. Same with us. We are at present putting a human body, that's it. You need not be human. Even with this body, you need not be human. We have seen people who act like animals. We can see people who act like Deva. We can see people who are very peaceful. They can be. Why? What's the rule that it should be like this or like that? So, in general, whether he is a Sotapanna or Sakadagami or Anagami or a Putthujjhana, they all have greed, they all have hatred, they all have delusion. Only in the case of Anagami, he has removed chunk of greed and hatred, but delusion still exists. Now the greed is transformed to the next level, in his case, which is Rupa and Arupa. Okay, so instead of sensual world, he is now in a spiritual world attached to it. So, Sakkaya Ditthi, if it were to go away, then we wouldn't be speaking about Putthujjhana. So, Mrityunjay, I hope you understood what we are trying to do here. There are 4 sections. We have not come to the second section at all.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will correct myself.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Harry, to answer to your question, I'm not saying that you have doubt on Putthujjhana. What I'm saying is, even at whatever level that person is, if he was a Sekha, can he have a different existence? Just think. Meaning, if he was a Brahma, can he come down to be an animal? In a Putthujjhana, yes. Because that's the reason Buddha says, one who has not seen an Arya, one who has not met an Arya, one who has not understood what's an Arya, will have harmful views. Harmful in the sense what? The consciousness can take rebirth anywhere. Hasn't that been covered earlier? Yes, sir, you got.
Yeah, I think there are maybe two reasons why I have this question. First point is, I think as someone's mind is in the Deva realm, it generally likes to give and in general happy and happy with things. So with that, I thought there would be very little anxiety.
Happy with what? Happy of things happening.
Yeah.
But you're missing the point. The fear is there till Arhat. Have you not noticed it? Even if an anagami is there, he has fear of dissolution because he has only given up sensuality.
Yeah, the second reason I was thinking is because you used to say the fear, a lot of fear is the trait of ignorance, right, of lower mind.
No, see, first forget about lower mind, higher mind, this mind, that mind. Just first understand. Fear is there. One. Ignorance is there. Two. If there were no ignorance, then there won't be a need called as a anagami. Simple. So it can be Sotapanna, Arhat, over. Why in between? It makes no sense. Right? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, of course, ignorance is there, but relative levels, because in the
Doesn't matter.
Deva.
Come on, and you don't define and redefine and refine all of that because all the 24 are wrong.
Okay.
All the 24 we are going to cover are wrong. I'm telling you again, all the 24 are wrong. That's exactly what Buddha is going to explain next. And hence, again repeat what Bobby asked me yesterday. None of them were impressed with Buddha. None. They were very upset. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because in the recollection of the Deva, right, the Uposatha Sutta, and the 5 qualities of Deva, one of them would be.
Cut it, Ariel. I don't want to go through this. Otherwise, I'm going to stop this MN1. We will go back wherever people want. Because I'm again telling you, why are you reflecting upon something else? Yes, that is required for putthujjhana who cannot let go of something. Buddha says at least 2 days you will reach that realm.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I'm just saying one of the quality of Deva is panya. So some relative panya is there. That means fear would be less. That's where
I don't know what to say to you, my dear friend. I don't know what to say to you. All the 24 are wrong. Okay? Now, from a world standpoint, it's fine. Yes, Deva has this, that has that. So when you go to Brahma, then the Devas are inferior. Clear? So when there is an Anagami who is there, who is in the Suddhavasa, the remaining things are inferior. So it is always a grading system. What we are talking now is about putthujjhana, a childlike person. A Deva can be childlike, a Brahma can be childlike, a human can be childlike, an animal is always childlike. Like that. What's wrong in that? If that is sinful, being a child, then we have misunderstood the Dhamma itself. Everyone by nature is childlike. And hence the samsara is running. What Buddha does is he explains to the child what should be done and what shouldn't be done. Otherwise, it believes in whatever it is believing. That's what it's called manyana. It just starts to feel whatever it feels, it perceives. Adding the feeling in perception, it creates manyana, considers this to be true. So when I get married, I see my wife in true essence. When she marries me, she sees me as her husband in true essence. When we have children, we take children in our true essence. When we go to a particular place, we take that place to be a true essence. So everything we are taking now is in true essence. Isn't it the case with Deva that they take their place to be a true essence? Like what Asad was sending those photographs, it looks nice. Don't we feel compelled to be there? It would make more sense. Like the Brahma mention, what he has put there, it's almost true. That's the reason I said almost there. It's true. That's how I've seen it. But then, isn't it true? Don't I wish to be there? And that's what the child will do. If it takes one toy which is better than that, it throws this toy and takes that toy. Isn't it putthujjhana? I'm not telling that you're asking not sensible question, but we shouldn't have this doubt at this point in time, because there are only four ways of defining anyone: a putthujjhana, or a sekha, or a arhat, or a tathagata. The only four post. Everyone who has somewhat sensual greed is in the sensual realm. Irrespective whether it's a deva or human or this or that, doesn't matter. He has an ignorance, yes or no, and the answer is yes. Brahma realm, better than the deva, but still it's like saying, oh, that's a better child than this child. But the child is child. So let's understand it in the much better perspective. Like I'm saying, this sutta is extremely deep. It tests your ability of understanding Dhamma. It shows up how and where you are. This is the best sutta to understand, are you still a putthujjhana? Are you a sotapanna? Are you a sakadagami? Are you an anagami? Are you an arhat? It shows up. And work it out from there. There's nothing. That's the reason yesterday I said the best case scenario for me to complete this is 30 days, which I doubt. It's impossible for me to complete this entire thing in 30 days. The best shot is 45 days. But I feel it will go 60 days or more. Because we need to see from how it is, not from a very theoretical point of view. And Shreyas was right asking, is there any, do we have exercise? Yes, you need to exercise. Whatever exercise you are doing, you have to do it all the time. And then only you can see it. If you take it only at an intellectual capacity, it's not going to make any sense. It is waste of time and waste of effort also, because they're not putting in proper effort to see what Buddha is trying to say. And in fact, he told that to the Buddha, to the bhikkhus, and that's the reason they were not impressed with his way of explanation, because he kicked them out. Because they're thinking they are better than the putthujjhana, and he blasted them, saying that they're till the Nibbana. Some people would have joined because of Nibbana. Some people would have joined there because of going to Neva Sanya, Na Sanyayatana. Some people would have gone there for something else, right? So all of that were disproved. So I'm telling you, all the 24 of them have wrong views. But it's true. That's the reason I was explaining to you yesterday about Vedana, the root word of Vedana, Sanya, all of that. There is a reason that we need to understand that first, even before getting onto the putthujjhana. So if we still have confusions on this, I don't mind restarting it from the beginning today. I have no problem. I have patience to do that. But I'm just telling you, shouldn't have basic doubts. What are the basic doubt? Like what Mrityunjaya asked. Is it because they have Sakkaya Ditthi? Putthujjhana will have Sakkaya Ditthi. Otherwise, he would have been already called Sotapanna. That's a basic doubt. And that's dangerous doubt to have at this stage. Being a follower of the Buddha and having this doubt when spoken about Putthujjhana or a comment like that is harmful. Why is it harmful? Because it sets a wrong ground. What kind of wrong ground? It sets a ground that I have not understood Putthujjhana. So what does it make? That we have to go back to DN1 and start on Sila Khanda. So that's dangerous doubts. Okay. And are you coming to yours? You're not asking like that, but why shouldn't those devas be Putthujjhana? Why don't the Brahma can be Putthujjhana? Because he doesn't know how did he attain it, so he will lose it also, right? Otherwise, there is no difference between Buddha Dhamma and any other Dhamma. We could follow anything we want. Like, I go to the church every day and I pray to Jesus. Hey, Jesus, help me. And Jesus certainly helps me. And I'm taken to heaven. But at the end of it, there's an end to that, right? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think my basic confusion is I confused a state of happiness and contentment with the lack of anxiety. I thought I kind of equated those things.
No, everybody has anxiety. See, that's a basic principle. Otherwise, one other thing, Patisamutpada is not only for humans. Patisamutpada is a generic law. It's a nature law. It's got nothing to do with humans. So don't get misunderstood that, it's only for humans and then the devas don't have Patisamutpada. Patisamutpada is natural law. Buddha talks natural laws. The very nature of things is what Buddha is all about. The nature of everything is not whether it affects this or that. He talks about nature. It's very simple rule. Iti imasmin sati idam hoti imasa uppada idam upajati. This being, this comes to be. With the arising of this arises. It's got nothing to do with whether it's a Brahma or a Deva or a human or this or that. The rule is the same. If somebody is upset, like the devas are upset, so there are devas, he says, malevolent devas. Are they not devas? They are devas. And we covered all of that in DN1. And why does Brahma feel that he's alone? That means something is missing, right? Just look at it, Aryu. Just look at it. Why do beings come from Abhasara realm? If they were not having any greed, any hatred, any delusion, they wouldn't be coming anywhere, not going anywhere. As simple as that. So the basic tenet from Aganya Sutta to the Brahmajala Sutta to Sampasadini Sutta, we have traveled enough of these suttas where it gives complete clarity. Then why did they get some kind of mad understanding that let me taste this? And looking at one being and another being tasted. We even did Lakkhana, this one, Chakkavatti Sutta. We've done many suttas. And doesn't it strike a bell that they're all putthujjanas, or you want to say that putthujjana means only human beings? Then he would have put manussa. Why would he say putthujjana? He would have just put manussa. I, I'm not upset. I'm just trying to see things. If we are not ready for this is a dirty ride we are taking. It's the most dirtiest ride you could ever take is to take MN1 from an intellectual standpoint. It's going to be really rough. Even for them, it was rough. Even for those people who were listening to the Buddha, and they didn't approve it. They felt they just were, maybe if I imagine how it would be after he finished it, everybody would be looking at Buddha like this. I don't know what he said. Yes, Ashwin.
We are also feeling slapped every day.
Yeah, I said no.
To the
This sutta is going to slap everyone left, right, and center. This is a slapping sutta. Instead of calling it as Mula Paryaya Sutta, we would have put it as a tight slap.
also, like every day, yesterday it was a time, yesterday also it was a really difficult. But okay, it's important to understand this.
Yeah, so the basic thing is, I'm not upset at even Mrityunjay asking me this or Harry asking. I'm just saying this is a thing which we have to go back. Yes, yes, sir. Go ahead.
So it is going to shake our all our thoughts about whatever we are having intelligence, that knowledge about Buddha itself. It will be shaken now.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay. Now we are going to get ready for your slapping, sir.
Not my slapping. Who am I to slap you? I am not slapping, and that's the reason Bobby was putting that comment that I want to know why they were displeased. Obviously, see, the thing is here. What is the basic tenet? He's explaining what is putthujjhana. The first thing is putthujjhana, and putthujjhana is one who doesn't know anything. He can be an intellectual person, he is an intelligent person, but still a putthujjhana because he doesn't know how things have evolved, how it has come to be, and what happens. He's like childlike, a very innocent child, doesn't know what is happening. And that's the reason Buddha has so much of compassion, because he sees everyone as a child, just child. As he feels that how will I help this child? And the Karani Metta Sutta just puts his way of thinking. You have to really appreciate it. Mata yata niyam puttam ayusa eka puttam anurakhi evampi sabba bhutesu. You see this? He says sabba bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanam. What a person to be with. What a person. We all are putthujjana, so don't feel hurt or anything that I'm cursing a putthujjana. No, we all are putthujjana. So Buddha is saying, how would a putthujjana be? So first we have to understand what is a putthujjana. He can be a deva, it can be Brahma, it can be Manusa, he can be anything. It doesn't matter. The dress what he's wearing doesn't matter. Is he a child or not? That matters. So he's doing jhana, he's doing every better thing like a child. If you tell the child, you follow this ritual, it will do it. There's nothing wrong in that. Why? See, we go to temple, church, monastery, wherever, whatever. Why are we doing it? Like a child. It's been said, do this, it will help you. Okay, yes, sir. Aren't we having greed in that? Aren't we having hatred in that? Are we having delusion in that? We do. Then we come to Sekka section. So, let's rewind back and go into putthujjhana? Good question from both of you, but think it from how much of Buddha Dhamma you know. Okay, so it is going to be a testing time for everyone around here who thinks they have understood Buddha Dhamma. It's going to shake off your foundation completely. Okay, and that will prove whether we are real sect or we are yet to come into sect. Anyway, coming back to this, the quality of a putthujjhana: anxiety, worry, despair. Three things. Anxiety for what? Future. Aren't we anxious of the future? We are. Worry. Worry about what is going to happen. So this anxiety and worry is there in every realm. Because just like we know we are going to die, did anybody tell us you're going to die? Isn't it known to you? Just think, did anybody come to us when we were born saying that, hey, you know what, you're going to die? We can infer. When somebody dies, we can ask. Just like Buddha asked Channa, what is that? That's a dead body. Will I be dying? Yeah, Master, I don't know what to say to you. Everyone dies. No, answer this question. Will I also die? And Channa said, yes, sir. You are also going to die. It means it's known. Don't you think so? The Devas would know that? They would, but they think it is far away. Brahma would say, yeah, I have a lot of time. Forget them. Do we have fear of death? We do. But we know it's not now. The 100 years, right? Still in my 40s. 60 years to go. So when somebody dies, okay, what's the first question we ask? How did he die? Beautiful question. He died out of cancer. Next question, was he smoking? Yeah, he was a chain smoker. That's the reason. Why? That means you will not die of cancer. But will that exclude the person from dying? He will satisfy himself. I am not dying. Let's take another example. Like my parents. They both died of heart attack or heart failure, whatever it can be called. Okay. If somebody were to come and ask me, will ask, will you be dying out of heart attack? What would be my answer? My answer would be, you know what? I have my test report. It says my heart is very good, so I will not die out of heart attack. Fine, if not of heart attack, but some other attack, right? And that I will not take it. Because heart attack means death. So no heart attack, no death. So a putthujjhana is a person who hates to die. But inevitably he has to die. Okay. This is the second. So isn't he worried? Yes. Isn't he anxious about the future? Yes. Isn't he in despair to know what to do? Then he starts doing something. He will believe in God. He will believe in destiny. He will believe in this. He will believe in that. He will put all kind of things so that when the death comes, he is taken care. Just like a parent will come and pick up the child. It's almost going towards fire and the mother shouts and picks it up and takes in his custody. So a putthujjhana will know from inside whether he's a Christian putthujjhana or a Hindu putthujjhana or a Muslim putthujjhana or a Jain putthujjhana or a Buddhist putthujjhana or whatever putthujjhana that can exist from human perspective. Okay, we'll not talk about Deva, Brahman, or anyway that section will come. So from that perspective, you want some support system, a springboard from which you will run to safety. So he believes in his traditions, he believes in his opinions, he believes in his views, he believes in his faith, he believes something so that is taken care, and he will wish God, God give me strength. Why he should give you strength? Hey, don't talk so lightly of God. You don't know God. What can he do? He will curse you, I'm telling you. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong number. So, that's all the putthujjhana is going to do. Why? Let's take a human living. Fear, anxiety, despair. Three things. Three common things. Doesn't matter which nationality and all that. Then another beautiful thing about a putthujjhana is to create territory. All are territorialized. This is my territory, this is your territory. This is my belonging, this is your belonging. As though it is real. Okay. Then the next trait of a putthujjhana is to feel everything. Like the Facebook, like the Instagram, you feel. You feel good, you feel not good, you feel this, you feel that. Then you say that this community is bad, that community is good, this country is good, that country is bad, like that. So you keep on feeling between bitterness and happiness. I want happiness, but I'm seeking unhappiness, right? And then when I'm in unhappiness, I want happiness. And another thing, Putthujjhana's trait is to get bored. So he finds something that can be entertaining, okay, which can recreate things. So he needs recreation. So recreate, creating the same thing again and again in different ways. So more and more possession can be made through his eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body. And the last part of Putthujjhana is not knowing what's the world. And Buddha says this is a danger of a Putthujjhana, that he doesn't know the six senses are the world. There's no other world. So the eye sense comes into existence because of the six senses, which he can't see. So the Sakkaya Ditthi, which Mrityunjaya was bringing up, springs from the six senses not being understood. Okay. So Putthujjhana seeks rewards, Putthujjhana seeks recognition, Putthujjhana seeks for security and all of that. So financial security, example, economic security, political security, like that. Keeps on creating some of the other stupid ideas, as though with all of this, the death can be kept aside. So the only certainty in life is death. Everything else is uncertain. You know why are we doing all of this? We're doing all of this to escape death. We don't want to get into the death state. So we get accumulation. I want to do something. What do you want to do? Today I will go for 10-day Vipassana course. This is I'm doing. A typical Putthujjhana. A typical means literal typical putthujjhana, because now he doesn't know what to do. So he will think that now I have this pain, I'll go to 10-day retreat, it will go away. Because now I'm cut off from that problem. So when I go there, my problem is gone. So when I come back, I feel happy. Next 3 months, I wait and again book for 20-day retreat because the 20-day is gone. Then I book a 30-day retreat and a 45-day retreat or a 60-day retreat, like that. So I keep on creating retreats. This is one. Second, I go on vacation. Excellent. Where do you want to go on vacation? So he'll book somewhere. But what's the meaning of vacation? Vacation means to vacate. What is filled up, vacate that. Mind is filled with filthy things. Can you vacate it? No. He will vacate from this place, go to that place, thinking that something is there. So when he goes there, he is carrying all the worries, then all the anxiety, all the despair, whatever he had or she had, into that place. And after a week or 10-day vacation, they again come back, taking all of the worry, all of the anxiety, all of the despair back into this. It's like child moving from one room to another room with a set of toys, thinking that this place is not suitable to play the toys, let me go to that room and play the toys. Same set or a different set of toy doesn't make any difference, it's just a toy. So all the relationships we have in the world are all toys. We have named them, we have made it a relationship. And all toys will be destroyed. They will be destroyed. And we are praying, let them not be destroyed. I don't want it to be destroyed. Sir, please don't destroy my creation. Sir, please, I'm telling you, sir, please, don't take it from me. I can't stand it. So he goes to a god and he, in his weeping eyes and folded hands, he asks for forgiveness from the god. If I have done any mistake, sir, please forgive me, but don't take the toy. I can't stay without the toy. Please, sir. But there is death of job. There is death of products. There is death of services. There is death of investment. There is death of lands and buildings. There is death of human lives, animal lives, like that. Nothing in this world can uplift in a way that it can sustain without being destroyed. Like we take the name here, a beautiful name, Mrityunjaya. So if you follow Mrityunjaya, he is an immortal person. Mrityu means death. Jaya means one who has won over death. So if I were to follow Mrityunjaya, PS, I'm done with it. Because what else I require? So he is an immortal person. Simple, straight, honest. But Mrityunjay also knows that his days are counted. Just by his parents putting his name Mrityunjay didn't make him Mrityunjay. Okay, Mrityu is death. Jaya means winning over death. Okay. You keep the name, doesn't matter. It's just like a toy being said immortal. Okay. I can put a sticker, immortal toy. So, you see this, nobody wants to die. All of that we are doing in this world is to forget death. That's the point. All that we are doing, the whole day, is to forget death. So if I'm occupied somewhere, I will forget death. Why don't I occupy in job? Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? Yes, sir, pursue. But death is following you from the behind like a, what we can say, a shadow. Nothing anybody can do, no matter whether they go for a 45-day or 60-day Vipassana course, or they go for a 100-day Vipassana course, or they don't go at all, or they believe this and they don't believe that. Makes no sense to death. It's always there. And you have to die. Can't run away. That you inside has to die. Okay? And that you is there in Brahma, is there in Deva, is in Manusa, is there also in an Anagami and Sakadagami and Sotapan. Unless the death happens of these, nothing that can be done. So hence Buddha categorized in two to begin with, putthujjhana and sakkha. There's no much difference between a putthujjhana and a sakkha. The putthujjhana is uninstructed worldling, and a sakkha is an instructed worldling who also commit mistakes but comes and says that I did a mistake. He accepts the mistake. In the case of putthujjhana, he doesn't even know he's doing mistake, and he doesn't know there's any consequence of that mistake also. Okay. So this is the basic tenet with which we are talking about. I think I've concluded on putthujjhana, but I'll not take the other section on sakkha. We'll take it tomorrow when we meet on sakkha. What is the quality of a sakkha? Now I've spoken on the quality of the putthujjhana. Don't forget 3 qualities of a putthujjhana: anxiety, fear, despair. Can be in any realm, doesn't matter. Anxiety of the future, fear of death, and despair. Any questions? Mrityunjaya, any questions? Aryu, any questions? Now we can talk. I have no problems. Now that I have defined what is putthujjhana. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid to ask question now.
Yes, now you can.
Yeah. So I think what you were inferring, I mean, I'm trying to make sure I hear you correctly, is that even inside Sekka, like these people, there's a putthujjhana living in him somewhere. But only the difference is the parent also is there. So this guy will sometimes see the parent, but it doesn't mean this child is dead. It's very much still there.
Even at my level as an anagami, I can see the child. Yes.
Yeah, the difference is you're aware there's a child, you're aware it is a child, and there's some watching of it.
Yes. Not much of a difference between a putthujjhana and a sakkha. When we come tomorrow in the section, you'll find only this much difference. So that's the reason Buddha blasted all sakkhas. And hence the community couldn't speak anything to Buddha, and they were like the child being with a stern warning. Tear in their eyes and they're sitting. Because their accomplishments were disagreed by the Buddha. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Also, if they think or consider or do anything, they've made one of these mistakes. It really cannot.
Yeah. So this DN1 and MN1, this one, MN1, is a fantastic sutta which reinforces how good are you in Dhamma. Not only it gives clarity for yourself, but it gives you the strength that you know if you were to die this moment, what's the state of your existence. Because we are scared of death. Let's accept that fact. None of us would like to die. None. The entire people sitting here, including me, would like to die. But you have to die today, and then you're an arhat because you're seeing death. So the you in you is gone. Anatma, anatta. The atta is gone completely from the fourfold things. One, just this external name. Two, from the ayatana. Three, from the passa. Four, from nama rupa to vijnana. The four. The fourth, death, is a complete dissolution. There is no thing left. Isn't it scary? It's an unknown territory. You're dying. And that's arhat. That's the reason it's called asava khaya jnana. There's no longer any asava left because asava creates sankhara. Asava creates avidya and avidya creates sankhara. So when there's no asava, there is no avidya. Because you never existed in the first place. All of this fight was for existence. So now you don't exist. But to get there, you have to die. You, that YOU in capitals or in small or whatever it is called as, should die. I in capital or small or whatever it can be, has to die. It's nothing to do with language. Language only shows it, but it's beyond the language. It's a feeling of I. It's beyond Sakkaya Ditthi. It's the original self, the self which is created with Nama Rupa and consciousness. So you're cutting off that Nama Rupa and Vijnana. If not was the case, then there was no thing called a Sotapanna, directly arhat from putthujjhana. What's the need of saying sek direct? Putthujjhana, arhat, tathagata. So, moral of the story is you will have I also have I. That I has got nothing to do with Sakkaya Ditthi. So when we come to the Sek, we will let go of the Sakkaya Ditthi and not the true I. But there's no called as true I either. That's death. In simple words, death. And none of us want to die. None. And none of us can see any other person dying. But they are dying. But we can't stand it. Yes, Arif.
Yeah, I was reminded of this book which I read in middle school. I think it's called Unbearable Lightness of Being. I don't know if it's a famous book. It's in China. It was pretty famous. It's saying these people have to keep on engaged with something to not feel the emptiness of life. So I guess this unbearable lightness, this lightness that say Nibbana is coming, but we don't want to get close actually because we fear.
Exactly. See, very simple. Just to try this fun, go to the airport, pull off mobiles from everybody's hand. Voidness comes instantaneously. In an instant, they don't know what to do. That's a child. You can't stay without this plaything, without this toy, right at this present. You can live up with, let go of anything, not this toy. Just go pull up everybody's mobile phones, okay, and throw it. They lose the meaning of life because they're dead. That very second they're dead. They don't know what next to invent to fill it up. And what are we talking? Nibbana is voidness. Shunyata bhumi. You got the point? Where we're heading to. Okay? Now, remove San Francisco. Think it's easy? No. But if you do it, what else will you feel? Nothing. Empty. And Buddha Dhamma is shunyata. Empty to the core. There's nothing. It's not nothingness. It's no thing there to grasp to. Because grasping gives bhava. Upadana, pacchaya, bhava. And how did upadana happen? Because tanha. Now that feeling which gave me a kind of relief, I want it back again. See, you see in the airports or wherever, they will be opening this up. Then let it close, keep it. Then after 2 minutes, I don't know what was the different thing then and now. They again open it up. Then they'll close it, keep it. Not even 2 minutes have happened. Again they open it up. Now they will open up some other app and pretend to be reading or doing something. Okay, then again keep it up. Again they keep. Ask them to throw this and sit. Next question will come. What should I sit on? Sit silently. Silently. Can you define silence? No, because he has to fill it up. He wants to fill up silence inside. So then you give a definition of silence. Silence. Okay. I didn't get it. Can you explain to me what silence is? And then again explanation. So now he says, I understood. Because he filled it up. After a while, he's dissatisfied again because he's not getting silence. Then he will say, Vilas, I didn't get silence. Okay. So that one we're talking about. This is what putthujjhana is. Also fill it up, 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 fill it up. That's all. So the devas will fill it up in one way, the Brahma will fill it in another way, humans will fill it in another way, the animals will fill it in another way, the Petas will fill it in another way, the Nirayas will fill it in another way, Asura will fill it in another way, but basically all are filling it up. So, three things about a putthujjhana and three things why he does it. Eso mama, eso aham asmi, eso me atta. This is deeply within him as a putthujjhana. This is mine. This belongs to me. This is myself. Anything he sees is myself. Anything he hears is myself. Anything he tastes is myself. Anything he touches is myself. Anything he thinks is myself. All the six. Yes, Harry.
No, I was just thinking because you said the putthujjhana kept filling it up, and I was thinking the sekka, at least some giving up has happened. It start to give up a little bit.
He is given Sakkaya Ditthi. He is given off Sakkaya Ditthi to begin with. That's the reason Buddha calls it a lower fetter, but still worth it. Sakkaya Ditthi, Visikiccha, Sila, Pitta, Paramasa, because he is doing ritual thinking that will give him complete security. So, that's the reason Nibbana, Paramam Sukham is complete emptiness of anything inside there. That Shunyata Bhumi we are talking about. So, might ask me a question, how are you able to explain this like this? It's because I've seen it when I went to VRI along with Shreyas. I had to make Shreyas Shunya. I've seen him, when I'm seeing him, there's no Shreyas. Shreyas can vouch it. I was walking in front of him and I was unreactive to his eye contact. Even though I was knowing it's Shreyas. No contact. Okay. Any questions? We still have some time left. If you want, we can talk. Otherwise, tomorrow with Sekha. Next section. Beautiful section. How many days it takes, I don't know. But it'll be fun. I've not even started first one, Pathavi. It's so deep. By now, you would have completed the whole sutta in 2 hours. Patavim, Patavito, Manyati, Patavi, like that, 6 of them, okay, done. Then, pay, I can put it, Apo, Sejo, Vayu, Aka, then Bhuta, Deva, Prajapati, Brahma, like that. Any question? All have understood on putthujjhana now? Any doubt on putthujjhana? Putthujjhana in Sanskrit, putthujjhana in Pali. Puttu means from where the putta has arrived. Like putta is son, it means childlike behavior. So when you step outside this place, out of this room, if I were to get out, I will see only putthujjhana who are worried, anxious, and in despair. You see them on the roads, you see them in the house, you see them within your family members, and that's all what it is. Putthujjhana. The basic thing is to complain and complain and complain and complain and complain. If you hear someone who is complaining all the time about himself or others or both, 100% putthujjhana, beyond doubt. You can only wish good luck to him. Nothing else can be done. He or she, they keep on complaining. Today, I think Trump shouldn't have won. I think Kamala Harris would have been the best thing. Then the road situation is pretty bad. No, that is bad. This is good. This I went to a restaurant the other day. A new one has come. It's so nicely laid, and this he has no idea of coming up death. He has no idea. The reason why it's called putthujjhana is that he has no idea of death. He thinks he's immortal. And hence I was saying earlier why Brahma, Deva, all of them come under putthujjhana because they don't have idea of death. They don't even know it's uncertain. It can end like this. They can be thrown anywhere. So it's so important to be a Sikh. But for that, we need to know who is a putthujjhana. Yes.
Yeah, I guess death not in a broader sense, because for these people who have partial eternalistic views and all that, they may think this will die, that will die, but that I will not die.
That's all I meant, my dear friend. That I will also get evaporated, which they don't know. So they always feel the body is gone, but I exist. And in a Brahma realm, they don't even think that, because there's nothing to exist or not exist. They just vaporize from that place as soon as the time ends. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. And that's the reason Buddha is so compassionate. Heights of compassion. Why? Because he can see every being suffering. Like a child suffering. Who will see a child suffering? Tell me. Which parent would like to see a child suffering? Which parent ever would like to see his only son or daughter tortured? And that's that Karani Metta Sutta. And that two-liner is the one which made me feel for every living being. I couldn't stop crying for hours together after seeing it. And I love it. Mata yata niyam puttam ayusa puttam anarakhi evam pi sabba bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanam. It's so true. We might laugh at a putthujjhana. There's nothing to laugh. It's your own child. You have a child within you. And that requires reaffirmation all the time. So there's nothing to feel bad about it. Nothing to feel, those are putthujjhana. I'm sorry, every one around is a putthujjhana. So when you are on the Sikh, when you come into Anagami, you can see, oh my God, what is that I can do for them? These children, what is that I can do? So your compassion flows in to them also. I don't know how much compassion you see in me, meaning am I compassionate enough or not, I don't know. Because Lata used to always complain that I'm the most uncompassionate person, unforgiving person. Yes, go ahead. Anyone, anyone who'd like to reply to this question? How much you think I'm compassionate towards all of you? Or why take trouble? You don't even want to answer. What has greatly changed over time? It's surprising. Nobody wants to answer the non-compassionate. Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, I was just thinking compassion takes many forms. It's not always easy to see.
Yeah, true. What's the meaning of compassion is that you care for the other person. It need not be, I can be stern, but I care. Like I was stern with Mrityunjay saying that, why are you bringing it now? Sakai Dikti, but I care. I care for his well-being. That's being compassionate. I don't know how much any one of you feel because you don't even answer, so I can't even make out.
No, sir, no, sir. That actually the way you are trying to correct us itself is showing that much of compassion there.
Okay, thank you.
I agree to it, sir.
Yeah, Veena.
We can't express this, we are maintaining silence. That's it.
You can't express it. Yeah, so like that. It's very difficult. I get tears in the eyes. And when I see everyone in the same category, irrespective of whatever they are, because it's just like a child. A child is a child. I love every child. This is so innocent. The death they don't know is non-innocent. But every one of us are innocent. We don't know when the death is going to be. We are innocent of it. Like the child has no idea somebody is going to pull out all its toys from it. So like the mother to the child. And when I read it, when I had this experience for the very first time, Mata Yatha Niyam Puttam, really felt, wow, now I get it. Yes.
In that sense, this Mara is also a child. That's why Buddha never, he's treating it like a child only.
Yeah, he's a higher child, saying that I'm pulling everyone. Okay, you take it and go. Who's stopping? So in fact, he challenges Mara. Take it. Eyes are yours. Sight is yours. Eye consciousness is yours. Nose is yours. Like that. Okay. So that's how it is. So compassion is you care for every being, because a child has become an animal, a child has become a bird, a child has become an insect, a child has become a bacteria, a child has become a fungi, a child has become something, and a child has become human. But that's a child. We call it as human child. See, have you seen a small kitten? It looks so pretty, that innocence when it's born. Have you seen a dog puppy? It's so beautiful. Anything which comes so small is wonderful to see, including human child. When it comes out, doesn't know anything, is doing so many things, and you feel, wow, what a child. But we are the same child with a developed body, and hence we are putthujjhana, not knowing what's the reality, what's in store, death. So, what are we doing with Buddha Dhamma to cut out death? Exactly like what Mrityunjaya is, literally winning over death. So, his name is a testimony to Buddha Dhamma. Yes.
Sir, in fact, my name was the actually driving force for me to come into this type of spiritual thinking, sir. My name was itself my driving force, sir.
Good. Appreciate it. I love your name. Apart from having compassion towards you. Okay. So shall we end for today?